You wake up a masterless samurai, survive or die. You jolt awake to the roar of flames. Screams pierce the night outside your window. Your village is burning, and the raiders are already inside. It begins with loss. You wake up on cold wooden boards, the smell of damp earth and smoke clinging to the air. Your armor is stacked neatly beside you, your swords placed with care, as if someone still believes order matters. Outside, the world is silent in a way that feels wrong. This is Japan in the 1400s, an age of war, shifting loyalties and fragile honor. You are a samurai, but you are no longer anyone's samurai. By the time the sun fully rises, you will understand that everything you were sworn to protect is already gone. The first thing you notice is the absence of sound. No servants moving through the halls, no guards changing watch, no familiar voice calling your name. When you step outside, the compound feels abandoned, as if life itself fled during the night. You follow the gravel path toward the main hall, your hand resting on your sword out of instinct rather than confidence. The doors are open. Inside, banners bearing your lord's crest hang torn and stained. In the center of the room lies a single body, carefully arranged, armor removed, hands folded. Your lord is dead, not slain in battle, but executed with ritual precision. Seppuku. The message is unmistakable. He chose death over disgrace, and with that choice, he erased your purpose. In the Sengoku period, a samurai without a master is worse than a peasant. You are now a Ronin, a man untethered in a world that despises the untethered. You kneel before your lord's body, bowing until your forehead touches the floor. The code you were raised on screams for you to follow him in death. Loyalty demands it. Honor expects it. But survival whispers something quieter, something shameful. You remember the night before, the tension in the air, the hurried whispers about betrayal within the clan. You were ordered to stand watch while decisions were made behind closed doors. Decisions that ended here. As dawn creeps through the paper screens, you realize the truth. Your lord died alone so that others could live, and you were not chosen to join him. That omission is its own kind of sentence. Outside these walls, rival clans hunt survivors. Officials will confiscate lands. Former allies will pretend they never knew you. You rise slowly, knowing that every step you take from this hall carries you further from the man you once were. You leave before the sun climbs too high. The road beyond the compound stretches into uncertainty, flanked by rice fields already claimed by another banner. You remove your crest, tearing it from your armor and burying it beneath the dirt. Without a lord, your name has no protection. Travelers eye you cautiously. A samurai without a retinue is suspicious, possibly dangerous. Children whisper the word Ronin like a curse. Hunger becomes your constant companion. Coin runs thin quickly when merchants refuse service to a man whose allegiance is unclear. Each night you sleep with one eye open, hand on your blade, aware that Ronin are often killed not for crimes, but for convenience. You begin to understand the unspoken truth of your world. Honor feeds no one. The code that shaped you offers no shelter from rain, no answer to an empty stomach, no protection from men who see you as disposable. Weeks pass, and the war around you shifts like a living thing. Castles change hands. Villages burn. You are offered work more than once, but never openly. A rival clan's agent approaches you at a roadside shrine, offering food and coin in exchange for a name. A gate left unguarded, a path revealed. The request is small, almost reasonable. You refuse, but the refusal costs you. That night, you are beaten by men who do not wear banners. The message is clear. A Ronin who clings to ideals is a liability. As you limp away under cover of darkness, you feel something fracture inside you. Not your body, but the certainty that once guided every action. You begin to wonder whether your loyalty died with your lord, or whether it died long before, when politics decided his fate. Winter arrives early. Snow covers the roads, erasing tracks and memories alike. You find temporary shelter guarding a merchant caravan, your sword reduced to a tool rather than a symbol. Bandits attack one night, desperate men not unlike yourself. You drive them off, but as they flee, you recognize the hunger in their eyes. Afterward, the merchants thank you, then quietly discuss whether to keep you on. They decide not to. A samurai attracts trouble, they say. Alone again, you stare into a frozen stream, watching your reflection distort beneath the ice. You remember training as a boy, being told that a samurai's worth is measured by service. Without service, what remains? The answer frightens you. Violence without purpose. Skill without meaning. A blade searching for a reason to fall. In a small village near the mountains, you meet an old man who once served a clan long erased from history. He recognizes your posture immediately. Over weak tea, he tells you that survival is its own betrayal, that every day you live without a lord is a silent
Survival is its own betrayal. That every day you live for the lot and his sign the world's moved on without you.
exhaustion. His sons died for different banners. His loyalty outlived its usefulness. When you ask him how he endured, he laughs softly. He says he didn't.
I simply learned how to breathe while waiting to disappear.
You dream of your lord standing in armor, his face hidden in shadow. He does not accuse you. He does not forgive you. He simply turns away, walking into a mist you cannot follow. Spring brings opportunity, but also temptation. A minor warlord seeks experienced fighters. He promises payment, protection, even land someday. You watch as men drill, noticing their discipline falter when orders conflict with profit. This is not loyalty. This is convenience wearing armor. Still, you join them, telling yourself that service is service, even if it is imperfect. In battle, you fight well, too well. Your skill draws attention, and attention breeds suspicion. Other warriors whisper that a Ronin's allegiance can change as easily as the wind. When the warlord orders the execution of villagers accused of aiding the enemy, you hesitate. That hesitation is seen. Later that night, you are told your service is no longer required. They give you food and send you away before dawn, as if afraid you might stain them with your uncertainty. The years grind on. Your armor rusts despite your care. Your sword bears nicks from fights no one will remember. You cross paths with other Ronin, some broken, some brutal, some pretending not to care. One boasts of abandoning honor entirely, living only for coin. Another speaks of forming a brotherhood of masterless men. But you know how that ends. Brotherhoods attract attention. Attention attracts.
I abandon honor entirely, living only for coin. I speak of forming a brotherhood of masterless men, but you know how that ends.
You begin to feel hunted even when no one follows. Every knock at night, every unfamiliar voice sends your hand to your blade. Peace becomes a foreign concept, something other men might deserve. One evening, in a town rebuilding after a siege, you are mistaken for an enemy officer. A crowd surrounds you, fear turning quickly into anger. You could fight your way out. You know how many you could cut down before they overwhelm you. Instead, you stand still, letting them see your empty armor, your lack of crest. An older woman steps.
I recognize you. You're the man who defended the caravan years ago.
Thank you. Everyone is dangerous when desperate.
The crowd disperses, embarrassed, unsettled. You thank her, but she only nods, saying that everyone is dangerous when desperate. Her words linger. You realize that the line between protector and threat has always been thin, and without a lord to define you, others will decide who you are. As your strength begins to fade with age, rumors reach you of your former clan's final destruction. The lands are redistributed, the name erased from records. Your lord's sacrifice achieved nothing lasting. This knowledge cuts deeper than any wound. All that death, all that loyalty, reduced to a footnote if it is remembered at all. You consider ending your life properly, reclaiming some fragment of honor through ritual. But even that feels hollow now, like an apology no one will hear. Instead, you keep walking, not out of hope, but out of habit. The road is all that remains constant. In your final winter, you take shelter near a battlefield long after the armies have gone. Rusted weapons litter the ground, half buried in mud and snow. You sit among them, feeling strangely at home. Here at least the truth is visible. War leaves nothing untouched. You think of the boy you were, dreaming of glory, of service, of dying with meaning. You think of the man you became, surviving without purpose. As the cold seeps into your bones, you understand the cruel lesson of your era. Honor was real, but it was never enough. The world did not reward loyalty. It consumed it. When you are found days later, there is no ceremony, no name recorded, no banner to claim you. Just another body among many. Another story absorbed into the soil of a country built on forgotten sacrifices. Somewhere, history moves forward, indifferent. And that is the final truth of the masterless samurai. You lived by the code. You survived its collapse. And in the end, neither remembered you. This is not a story of victory. It is a story of what it cost to live when honor outlived its place in the world.